Okay, I guess I should probably get started, shouldn't I? Fine. You guys are here to learn about the stats or whatever. As you can probably tell by the fact that I drew this cat, I am stalling. Because I didn't prepare anything for this video. I spent so long doing the math, the stupid math, I hate math, to find the historically best playoffs player once again, and so I didn't have time to make a video. And unlike last time, I am not going to be staying up till 5 a.m. 2 hours before playoffs to make sure the video gets out before playoffs. I'm not doing that again. So this time I'm just going to wing it, and hopefully the recording goes fine. There is a lot of really interesting stats in here that you will find fascinating. It just won't be presented in as much of a scripted manner as the last video was. I guess let's start with who the two players coming into this who looked the best. I mean, it's these two, right? And we'll talk about them a little bit. Their stats in terms of playoffs, not much to show for. Well, in Fume, yes, but EDCR especially not. And so all the stats that you're going to see have to do with playoff performance. Playoffs performance, and that is it. I am going to be determining historically who was the best playoffs player, who has, had the hardest strength of schedule. If you take strength of schedule into account, if you take win rate into account, if you take, all this stuff into account, who has done the best. That's what my math finds. It does not find who is the best right now. This is the story, is one of these two. Can they make it? Because here's the thing. There's 3 people who want to stop them. I know that there's other players. But these 3. Hax, Duke, and Loki. Why do I mention them? Well, at least one of them has been in every single playoffs since Season 1. Since the very beginning. They've been so good for so long. And just now, people might be able to knock them out for the first time. The story is, can Infume and EDCR prevent one of these 3 from making it to the finals, to the grand finals? We shall see. But if we're talking about them individually, Hax has played the most seeds by far, and it's not even close. I don't include Season 1 in my data. You're just going to have to deal with it. I'm sorry. But the data, even if you include Season 1, Hax still has the most seeds played over anyone else. And he started in Season 3. In terms of playoffs experience, he has the most. He has the most hours in playoffs. And so he's the veteran. And, sometimes when you're washed and old, sometimes, you know what they say. What do they say? Be careful of an old man in a sport where men die young. That's what I would say about Hax. He's been around forever, and he's an old man, but you don't understand. He has a few tricks up his sleeve. As far as Duke and Loki, Duke has the higher win percentage, seed by seed. Skycrab actually has the highest, seed by seed. And we'll get to Skycrab, because I really should have seen this coming, but Skycrab totally messed up the whole data set. But yeah, Hax has the most seeds played. In terms of matches, here we go. Okay, so in terms of matches, Hax also has the most matches played. He has played 26, games. Most games played. Even if you include Season 1, he still has the most games played. But it just shows, I think it just shows his consistency. Hax is never really thought of as a consistent player, especially not on the ladder. But at least in playoffs, it seems like he consistently is able to perform very well. And I don't know, he just has that, it's like when you go to the gym and you see that old man playing basketball and he has that beautiful hook shot. That's kind of how Hax is coming into this. By the way, just another crazy stat about these 3. They have played around 30% of the total matches and total seeds. 30%. So if you just randomly sorted by playoffs matches or playoff seeds, 30%. There's a 30% chance that one of these 3 was playing. Can somebody take these 3 out? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But in terms of the data, no. Historically, no. Historically, these three have not been taken out. So there is an elephant in the room, and that is who won. Who, according to the math, is the greatest player of all time? And if we scroll past all this stuff and go to the bottom, the average of all values, the best of all time, is Skycrab. Right here. So obviously that's not right, right? Like, obviously, the best playoffs performer of all time is not Skycrab. You know, Skycrab has only played in one playoffs. But because he has such a small sample size, the math thinks he's like the GOAT. The math is like, whoa, how does he have so many seeds won? He had a very high seed win rate percentage. And in history, he has the highest win percentage per seed played ever right now, because he just hasn't played many playoffs. But he didn't make it into this year's playoffs. And so even though he is the best rated player of all time, according to the math, he's the best of all time, I will not be having him get first place. So, sorry, Skycrab fans, but he won't be getting first this year. First place, if we don't count Skycrab, who's an outlier because of skewed data, is Hax. Hax is the best of all time, according to the math. So, what does that mean? That means he beats Silver. Okay, so I did make this whole bracket, by the way. I made this whole stupid MS Paint bracket where I did the whole thing and I did a whole spiel, but then I realized that there's a Pick'ems website and that would be way better. So, how do I pick? Okay, so first of all, Hax has better stats than Silver. Obviously, Hax was rank 1. I already talked about this. So according to the math, you already know he's going to win the whole thing. Infum's going to be HDMI cables. Unless HDMI... Yeah, no, HDMI cables is a lot higher than Infum. Then Hax is going to be Infum. Duke is going to be Aquacord. This is actually kind of interesting. Blaze Mind is rated higher than Mungie. If we go to the stats here, Mungie is rated 12th. Blaze Mind is rated 7th. That's, I guess, kind of interesting. They played last season. I feel like Blaze Mind's going to do really well, but, you know, you never know. And I'm taking Hax to make it all the way. I predict that... no, I don't predict. The math doesn't have any data on Olsen, obviously. It's Olsen's first playoffs, but I have this rule where the new player has to have a higher point position. Like, Olsen would have to be first in order for me to say that Olsen moves on, but obviously EDCR has a higher ranking. So Beef Salad is 17th, Jay is 15th, just barely above. If you look at the actual ratings, it's really close. It's 0.03 away. But, you know, that's what the math says. So, according to the math, Jay makes it past, even though I think Beef Salad's going to win. But that's whatever. According to the math, Loki beats Feinberg. I also think that Feinberg is going to win, but, you know, I have to go with my math, okay? That's what I have to do. Ral beats NHB. Loki beats Ral. EDCR is very low. If you're curious what EDCR's ranking is, by the way. EDCR's rating is where? Here? 43rd. So, yeah. Hopefully he performs better, and I think he will. I honestly think he's going to make grand finals, but whatever. Low-key beats Ral. Jay beats EDCR. Low-key beats Jay. Dugile, Hax. Those are the pick'ems. Obviously, the math doesn't have any recency bias, so... if anything, it has an old bias. It has too much of a skew towards old data. So, this year, is the competition fierce enough? Can people prevent them from making grand finals? Can EDCR prevent Loki? Can Infum prevent Hax and Duke? We'll have to find out. We will have to find out. Can Silver prevent Hax? I think Silver's really good. This is going to be so much fun. I'm excited for this playoffs. And if it is Hacks versus Loki, this will be the very first grand finals with these two players in it. Obviously, they both have individually been in, but never together. So it'll be really exciting. And as you can see, the ratings are 9/11. So if that's not TAS, I don't know what is. Thank you for watching this video. Now you get to watch an explosion. Okay, I've started a new recording with my mic on this time. Just for this. This is going to be peak. I have 4... Okay, first of all, I built these because I didn't want them to spread out too much, but I wanted them to spread out at the bottom. So I just kind of did that. This trapdoor so that they don't spill out from the side here. I don't see how this won't work, unless I'm too slow, but I don't think I will be. I'm not that bad at the game. Okay, this is going to be insane. This is going to be a big explosion. Just go. Just go. Oh. My computer! These are so cool. How did this thing stay? I don't understand. I don't get it. There's the explosion, and thanks so much for watching, and this is just a silly little stats video. I'm going to link the Excel spreadsheet in the description. If you want it, if you want to look at it and judge my math, feel free, okay? Feel free to do so. There's a lot of math, though, so if you haven't taken linear algebra, just don't even bother. All right.